Live from the Export Beer Garden Studios, this is the ACC SportsBook, powered by the TAB.
The ACC SportsBook, thanks to the TAB.
G'day there, Matchy, and g'day, Karl. How the hell are you?
I'm doing well, fellas. Doing very well. Body's recovering.
Oh, yes. Yep.
From our training run the other day. I've heard you boys talking about it.
Yep.
Yeah, no, we talked about it yesterday on the show, I think, didn't we? Oh, that was still fresh for us. Manora and I, Karl was still a little bit hungover, and in fact pessimistic about the whole thing, to be quite honest. And I realised when listening back to that, I didn't quite actually reiterate enough how fun it was. But there was just a couple of humiliating moments that happened that I felt like we had to focus on.
That he's still actually, the scar on his nose is getting bigger and bigger.
Oh, can you see it? It's actually quite impressive now at this point. Yeah. It actually looks like something.
It does draw attention to your rather large beak.
Yeah, which is an issue for me, I know. Yeah. And I've been saying that all week. It's not good. But
when are we going to actually cop a look at some of this content that was filmed from this training session?
Look, I've got a meeting today about this.
Yeah,
it's going to be a hell of a lot to wade through, Karl.
There is, and we want to milk it for all it's worth, if I'm being honest. So I'm hoping for content from the next couple of weeks.
Yep.
For the next couple of months to come out of this.
Excellent.
Okay. Shot that much. We were there. I don't know if the boys mentioned, but we were there warming up 3 hours before Sean and Tohu arrived. So there's plenty there.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, the fact that Finn's got a broken beak. Mania is like Superman. He's like he can't move his neck. He can't move his neck. So if you talk to him, he has to move the entire upper body. Like, is it Batman or Batman? Eh?
I think it was the high ball drill that he just could not
get his head around.
Yeah, literally. But what I will say, Karl, is there's a lady in the office that I was just chatting to about the nose situation, and when someone asks you about the nose, why is it scraped up? Being able to say, it was because of a training session I had with Sean Johnson and Tohu Harris, it does, make things a little bit easier.
I think I know who that person is. That you were trying to impress. Anyway, we'll move right along.
Don't you dare cut the camera.
Origin wash up last night. Surely you guys took a bath on that.
First line from the bookies, Queensland winning was a terrible result for us. Bad in the outright series when I mark it 2. Obviously, they were outsiders the whole way. Punters got involved. Xavier Coates' first try scorer was a good result. Couple of power plays that hit. Nathan Cleary or Tom Dearden, anytime try scorer. And either team 1 to 12 at $5 was a winner and quite popular. Someone had 400 on Queensland to lead at the 20-minute mark, paying $3.10.
Oh, okay.
They're up 2-0. And then you'll like this, Lane. $7,298 on Queensland at $1.10 live.
In play betting. That is a late time to come on when they come down to $1.10. That is someone sitting there going, hey, I need to get it up to $8,000 or something. I'm going to stick it all on that at $1.10. Yuck.
Yeah. There was a $6,000 bet on time of first try to be 8 minutes or later at $1.73, which came in.
I quite like those ones because you're rooting for something that's irrelevant to the result. We had a power play on yesterday because we talked about the fact that we can't stay up for the first 10 minutes, we fall asleep. So ours was both teams to score in the first 10 minutes, and then after 10 minutes you can relax and just go to sleep on the couch.
It was a 10-minute game for us.
Yeah, it was a 10 minutes. Yeah. So I love those ones where you can root for something that's not really either associated with a player or an overall result.
Yeah, I did hear that. I did have a good laugh there. Wally Lewis medal. Tom Dearden got that. There were no big bets on him. He before game 2, so he didn't play game 1. Came in game 2, he was paying $71 to get the Wally Lewis medal. Someone put $20 on to collect just over $1,400.
Oh.
And then prior to game 3 last night, he was paying $21. So massive performance from him to get that.
Oh, nice.
And that's it from Origin.
Nice. Any other big wins from the last week or so? Or is it just you guys taking a bath?
I'm sure there were, but they haven't come across my desk.
Excellent. Okay, well, we'll get into it then. Warriors back in action this weekend against the Tigers. Some good Sunday, honest, hard-working Sunday afternoon footy at 3:30. Great time for a game of rugby league. At home as well. I mean, it's probably no surprises where all the money's headed.
Yeah, triple header at Mount Smart this week, I think. The women, the New South Wales Cup, and the men.
That's what I love about Warriors and Mount Smart. The gates open to go in there. Like if a game's at 3:30, the gates are open at like 11:30 in the morning, and I tell you what, so are the bars.
Yeah, the bars are also open. I was about to say the same thing.
And you know what? In Union, that would never happen.
Nah.
It never happened. They'd say we'll go open the bar at 2 and it'll be shut at half time. But I love the fact you can go there. It's a full day out.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Warriors paying $1.42 to the Tigers $2.90. The line's 7.5. 60% of the money is with the Warriors. Loads of early action on Leka Halasima to score at $3.30 and the new man in Tana Boyd at $4.80.
The Vibe punt that one.
Aaron Clark is our worst result in the first try scorer market, paying $41. I'm not sure he's scored a trial season.
He's
so
due.
Maybe punters feel like he's due.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, potentially. Richie Barnett, he's nervous about this game. We talked to him this morning on Hauraki Breakfast. He reckons the Tigers are on the bounce back. He reckons that Benji Marshall have got them into a space where they're playing for each other and playing as a team, and he's nervous.
I think that's just Warriors fandom, though, in general, isn't it?
I don't know.
Who are we versing this week, and what would make it sound okay? What would be an okay reason to lose to them?
They beat the Roosters last week, but they'd lost, 8 in a row or something, and then beat the Roosters, and then now he reckons they've galvanised.
They almost didn't beat the Roosters, though. Yeah. They got out to a big lead and then almost coughed it up. So, I don't know. I think we'll be okay.
Okay.
We've won like 11 in a row against the Tigers or something. They haven't won in New Zealand since 2016. $704 on the Warriors head-to-head at $1.42.
$704. Grow up. I'd make it 700 or 710. Come on.
I know. I can't do that. I need to go 5s.
It's like when cocaine packages turn up in New Zealand. 18 turned up. It's like, there was 20. There was 20, so we've got missing.
Yeah.
17 cocaine bricks were found on Muriwai Beach.
It's always an odd number.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure we sent you 20. Anyway.
There's a 2-leg $5,000 multi. Warriors head-to-head at $1.24. This must have been early. Or a couple of weeks ago, I would imagine. And the British and Irish Lions in the first test at $1.35. So 5,000 on that at $1.67.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
Jeez. I couldn't do that. Anyway. I'd rather put a $10 bet on something that's going to win me $35,000.
Exactly.
Which you do.
Which I do on regular occurrences. Sweet. Okay. Well, any other juicy ones? Sharks and Dolphins. Is that getting a bit of love?
A little bit of love. Herbie Farmworth getting smashed for anytime try score at $2.40.
Oh, yeah.
Adam Whenua-Blake is the worst result as the first try score at $21. Someone's put 2,200 on the Sharks minus 3.5 at $1.90.
Ooh, okay. Ooh. Gutsy. Yeah. Righto, moving on, big weekend. You just touched on it before. We'll go to that one first, and that is the first Lions test. Aussie versus the Lions. Obviously, the Lions are looking like they're red-hot favourites at the moment.
They are. I should have it up in front of me, shouldn't I? Lions tour, there we go. They are $1.30, Australia $3.40.
That's quite...
Oh, sorry, this is the... I've messed this right up. I was looking at the New Zealand-Australia team.
Oh, the Anzac team. The Anzac game. I think that's next Wednesday or something. I think that's a midweek game.
It's on Saturday.
Is it this Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh, the Lion.
Okay, so that's New Zealand Australia combo $3.40, British and Irish Lions $1.30.
Yeah. Okay, well that's I'll take that back then. I was about to say that's good eating for Australia, but I don't think those Anzac teams, they look fun on paper. You know what I mean? You look at all those Kiwis in there, but you got heaps of Aussies. They've had 1 week in camp together. They've got Ian Foster and Les Kiss coaching them. There's a bit of a Barbarians vibe about them, which means they'll probably score a couple of end-to-end tries. But I think the Lions, because with this Lions tour, they bring about 50 players out, and they have 2 complete different squads that play midweeks to weekends. This is the weekend squad. So this is the dress rehearsal for the first test against Aussie. So that's why I think the Anzacs could be up for a bit of a pasting on Saturday.
Yeah. So I think all the information I've got here from the bookies is actually for the first test, which is 9 days away. So we could probably revisit that next week.
Yeah, I think so. Let's go to the AB's France. You guys, I'm pretty sure you would have done quite well out of last week's game. I'm glad you refunded Sevu Reece.
Yeah, I tell you what, a lot of angry punters at Forsyth Bar Stadium, Karl, when Sevu Reece went down within the first minute.
Yeah, he was running through all my multis. And
all of mine as well.
I was like, God damn it! But you refunded that one. So, that was good. What's the policy there? Is it less than a minute or is it just a vibe?
It's I think it's just a vibe. So,
nice.
TAB just good blokes.
Yeah, classy move.
Yeah, because it was good. Because I was like, God damn it. But a lot closer than everyone expected when France went out to a 10-0 lead. It was butt clenching time down there in Dunners.
Because it was cold or because of the rugby?
Both.
Yeah, both. And mainly because it was cold.
And look, I have to say, Karl, we are seasoned broadcasters and we were stoked to be there, but stoked to hanging out there and going to the captain's run and whatnot. But, being the only media team to be sat outside on a scaffolding platform while everyone else had heaters and fridge. They had catering and fridges, and we were on a trestle table that could handle maximum 5 kgs.
The first time that I've been involved in a dick shrinker, literally and metaphorically, that I can think of.
Yeah, it was good though. It was good. We had the whole platform to ourselves, which meant we could just we could dance the drum and bass that we're playing there. Anyway, AB's again hot favourites this weekend. Tava Nawai's just been announced on the bench to make his debut.
Right, I was going to ask you, have we seen a lineup yet?
Yeah, Tava Turnover is in on the reserves, and also Jabba the Buck, Caleb Clark is on the left wing.
Okay.
So they've just slipped in as straight replacements.
Yep.
So I think I'm with the TAB on this one. I think ABs will take this one out.
I agree. What are you guys thinking, Karl?
$1.16 New Zealand, $5 France. The line's 16.5.
Whoa.
I don't know that.
Wow.
That's a big line.
It is after last week.
Yeah.
But I guess the bookies are kind of sticking true to themselves, thinking, we'll come right after last week's little hiccup, if you will.
Yeah, hiccup is more rusty, really. I think. I think it was the carbon copy of their first game against England in the same place this time last year, and then they obviously improved and got better. And France have parachuted a couple of new players in as well.
And as we keep saying, I know this is not how sport works, but there could have been another 21 points on the table there for the All Blacks, and then the TAB would have had that right. So.
Yeah, and they looked gassed, man. The French,
they were
having been
bloody.
They were so gassed at half time. They let that try in just before half time, which is classic All Blacks.
Yeah.
And then in the second half, the last 20 minutes, even though it was quite funny because even though it was a 1-point game and France were in our half, I never felt nervous because they just didn't have it in them. They were just so gassed. Anyway, any big punts going in on that game?
No, 75% of the money with the ABs. Plenty of action for New Zealand 1-12 at $3.50.
Yeah,
I saw that.
We've got no try scorers yet, given the teams have just been named.
Yeah,
but we've had $1,642 on New Zealand minus 8.5 at $1.37. 1,000 on New Zealand 13 plus at $1.52, and $1,000 same game multi. You'll love this lane. These are alternate lines.
Yeah.
And alternate points. Over 36.5 in the match.
Yes. That's
under 74.5 in the match.
Oh, okay. Yep.
And New Zealand minus 2.5. So 1,000 on that at $1.55.
That's way too complex for me in putting that much money on. That is just adding too many complexities to $1,000 for me.
I reckon that the AB's 13 plus is a great multi edition this week. I think $1.50 right now jumping on that. I think it's going to be a blowout this week.
Well, that's what we thought last week.
Yeah, no, you're right.
That's what we thought. And then looking at the weather, Karl, you're a Wellingtonian. The weather looks pretty terrible this weekend. It's forecast to be...
Don't say that. I want to play golf tomorrow.
That's forecast. Well,
don't go out tomorrow afternoon.
Tomorrow looks worse. But you're used to it. You're used to playing in those conditions. But windy, rainy conditions in the Cake Tin is potentially the hardest stadium in New Zealand to play code in.
That box kick is going to be a weapon.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I'm glad I'm not going to the game. I'm coming to your guys' event.
Hell yeah.
Stay warm.
I honestly can't remember the last time I went to a test match and saw an AB's win at Wellington.
Oh.
I've seen draws and losses.
Maybe it's you.
Maybe.
Maybe it's you. I'm a crutch for everyone else's curse.
Yeah.
Maybe you're the All Black curse, Karl. You're the Sky Stadium curse. Okay, moving on.
Like I said, happily not go this week. I'd rather come have a beer with you boys.
Yeah, we'll be there.
No, please do. We'll welcome you with open arms, mate.
Cricket. Obviously, you can punt on this. It's very hard to watch, though, because you can't find it. And that is the third test, England versus India from Lords. Is there a bit of interest in this occasion?
Yeah, there is. India taking half the money in the three-way currently.
Yeah.
The draw's the worst result. Shubman Gill's getting hammered for Indian top run scorer, 85% of the money there.
Yeah.
Joe Root, best back for England, but Jamie Smith seeing some love after the last test. Bumrah, best back, top Indian bowler, and someone slapped $1,000 on India at $1.95.
Yeah. Oh, look, they have got some BDE at the moment after that second test victory, India. That's going to be a cracking test match.
They're currently paying $2.30, India.
It won't go the length. It won't go for a draw. Like this time of year in England with a Duke's ball, wickets fall. So I can't see it being a draw. But then again, England, it's so volatile. Having the Baz ball versus India, like look at that first test, it's crazy. And then the second test, they thumped them in the second test, the Indians, and then they're back at Lords. That's going to be good. Christ knows how I'm going to try and watch it. I might have to just watch the updates on Cricket Info. But worth a punt. That Bumrah's, I reckon that's bang on in terms of top wicket taker for India. I'd get on that.
You can watch it live on our match centre. Get the updates ball by ball on our match centre on the app.
Okay,
within the app.
I'll do that then. And also going on at the same time, if you're in London, hell of a time to be in London. Either get to Lords or get out to Wimbledon, down to the semi-finals.
It's one of the great segues. Yannick Sinner versus Djokovic. Early money all with Sinner, but 3-2 in the sets betting is taking a fair bit of money. Fritz Alcaraz, 90% of the money with Carlos.
Yeah.
Same with the 3-0 score there. Someone has taken Alcaraz $1,000 at $1.19. That seems.
Is that just a straight win? Is it just a straight win? $1.19?
It must be, yeah.
Because Alcaraz, you wouldn't want to bet against him because, especially against Taylor Fritz, who I don't think he's ever made a Wimbledon final. So, yeah. I mean, that other game, Yannick Sinner versus Djokovic is going to be a cracker because Yannick Sinner got there via injury and a guy tore his pec.
And then he got a win this morning.
So he got through the quarters. He was getting thumped in that quarter.
Yeah.
I've forgotten what his name was, but he tore his pec and had to go off. And
what was his name?
It was like playing your Joker card. Dimitrov, yeah. Dimitrov. He played his Joker. Like you play your reverse, like reverse Uno. And he's
skip this guy, thank you.
Yeah. That's what he played. And you could see him afterwards. He was like, holy shit.
I did not deserve to win.
I was 2 sets down and I was 3-1 down in the third, and this guy's just ripped his pec off the bone.
But he bet the that young American Ben, or whatever his name is,
Shelton
this morning. So he said some good
back.
He's back.
So he's back.
Okay. It would be, I reckon, terrifying heading into a semi off the back of a getting pumped but you're through type vibe. I think that's not a way to go through. So, he got the win this morning over Shelton, and I think he is going to win the tournament. Especially
taking on, arguably the greatest of all time in terms of majors. Yeah. 275, Djokovic, you're going to have a little go on that, surely.
You'd have a flutter. I mean, if I'm honest, if he was playing Carlos Alcaraz, I would be probably not putting money on Djokovic, because I think Alcaraz has got his measure a little bit.
Do you reckon it'll be the final?
Yeah, I think it will be.
Yeah.
But Yannick Sinner, like you were saying, I think he's come in with a few hiccups. So, anyway, that'll be a cracker. Rightio, that is the weekend's odds highlights. We're going to take a quick break. Chance for you to go and grab a pen. The Harness Sicko, he's back.
Pause the podcast now and grab a pen for the hottest tips from around the TAB office.
Rightio, Karl, scorecard from last week?
A- or an A?
Oh, yeah, because we needed to bounce back, didn't we? Because the week before that, we were a D.
Yes. So Harness Sicko got second.
Yep.
Then in the thoroughbreds, we had Honey Badger came second.
Yep.
Caspanova came second. Lover Flutter was scratched. Marble 9 was first, and Chocolates was first.
Wow. Oh, that is an A-. If you had done, normally we do our top fours for all of them. Could have done the top twos.
I think last week ultimatums
twos.
were being thrown around like, if he doesn't do it this week, he's gone. So,
Yeah.
I mean, under pressure, he's managed to really pull out quite the performance of Hanesico.
And I tell you what, he took that to heart.
Yeah.
Addressed me as soon as he listened to the podcast last week. If you remember, he said he was going to be unavailable this week.
Yes.
I think he's
Yes.
he's away doing something, but I did get a text from him late last night. He said, even when I'm unavailable, I'm still here, and he sent me through his bet for this week. So,
Oh, what a great New Zealander.
That is timely because we actually had a lineup of people ready to take his spot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they slid into our DMs.
That's right. We were
and
putting the call out.
Yeah, we put the call out, and they're like, I am more than happy to step in for the harness sicko. So we might have to just let him know, okay?
He was betting with his career on the line, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
last
So
week?
just
Yeah.
let's let him know that there's people in the green room ready to go. So no,
But he turned up. He turned up.
He did. And okay, what's he got
Were
this
these-
week?
were these voice calls or were these text messages?
No, they were text messages. Yeah. They slid into
that's-
DMs. DMs a chocker
Nice.
with hot tips as well. Okay.
Love that.
Radio,
Okay,
what's he got?
this week, you'll be shocked to hear we're heading to Addington. Friday night, race 4. So we've got a multi here.
Oh, okay. Now he's come back.
So first leg, race 4, number 2, Captain Lawless
Yes.
at $2.20 to win.
Yep.
He has said we can just take that one outright,
Yep.
but he's also put it in a multi with race 9, number 1, Oaxaca Cobra to top 2 at $1.60.
Sweet. Is that race 9 or race 6?
Race 9,
Okay, sweet.
and you get $3.52 for those 2 legs.
Okay. That's not bad. Okay, sicko. A lot of pressure. Lot of pressure. Yeah, with that DM inbox bulging with applicants ready to take him on. Okay, moving on to the thoroughbreds.
Yep. Ruakaka on Saturday. Race 6, number 2, St. Bathans at $4.40 and $1.60. I think you get about $4.80 on the odd surge tool there. Then across to Australia. Doomben, race 3.
Doomben. I love
Bit of a-
Doomben. It's my favourite course. It's my favourite track.
Very nice course. It is a very nice course. Race 3, bit of a vibe punt after last night. Number 1, Lockyer
Nice.
at $3.70 and $1.60. And then the immediate race after race 4, number 3, Tough to Mass, $3.20 and $1.45. And then a couple at Randwick. Race 2, number 6, In Summer, $4.50 and $1.85. And then race 5, number 5, Federer at $3.90 and $1.60.
Nice. Excellent. Well, we are going to put those out on social media, on Facebook and Instagram, so you can follow us in on those. Now, it's time for stats to impress the ladies.
Stats to impress the ladies.
Whoa, I wasn't expecting that.
there
Yeah, no, there you go.
It's high quality, that one.
That's Chris,
Hey,
a
what do you-
man,
what do
getting
you-
sensual with the
Yeah,
mic.
shit, you really ate that mic, didn't you?
He did, it was deep.
What do you got for us this week, Karl, to get us over the line?
All right, we've got AB's stats today.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, yes.
And we can turn it into a bit of a quiz too.
Okay, great.
Any ideas, fellas, who the tallest All Black of all time?
Yes, Mark
Is-
Cooksley.
Incorrect.
Oh, I would have thought Jonesy or something like that.
I thought Mark Cooksley too. Dominic
Bird.
Bird,
Yes. Okay, yep.
6'8", just
Yeah.
under 6'8".
Jeez, he's a monster.
How many sets of brothers have played for the ABs?
Oh, God.
37, 47, or 57?
What? How many sets of brothers? That's the options. What did you say?
Those are the options.
37,
I was gonna, like, go
47
12.
or 57. I honestly thought 6.
Yeah, same.
The number 6 came through my head.
37. I'm going to go the lower one.
47 sets of
Holy
brothers.
shit. And can that be at different times as well, Karl? I suppose it can, can't it?
They don't have to play together.
Yeah, why would they? Yeah,
guess so,
no.
yeah.
Interesting, okay.
Okay.
You'd have to assume they're all pretty reasonably close
Yeah,
together.
you've
Take
impressed
that
me.
to the water cooler.
You've impressed
Jesus
me.
Christ.
Yeah.
Heaviest player to ever play for the ABs?
Yes. It's Tamaiti Williams. Oh,
Well,
not a...
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Damn it. I thought Mighty Williams was the biggest.
Unless my source is incorrect. My source was the New Zealand Rugby website.
Okay. Mighty Williams I thought was coming in as the heaviest ever All Black. But who else was there? There was a number 8 for Waikato. What was his name?
It is a prop. It's a prop.
It's a prop.
Played for Wellington.
Oh, not Bill Kamavati, but he played for Fiji. He's huge. He comes from Wellington. He's a doorman in Wellington, Bill Kamavati. Yeah, he's a monster.
Mia Teilata was listed at 136 kilos.
Nah, I think that's old.
Really? You think?
I think Mighty Williams is tipping 140.
Jesus,
well, he was.
He really?
Maybe he is when he first came on the scene. Anyway,
we can look into that.
It's a big human.
That is a massive human.
When you put into Mighty Williams' weight into Google, it says 144 kilos.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Okay. There we go. That's huge.
Almost twice the size of me.
That's a lot of weight to shift.
Yep.
Okay. Well, forget my shoddy research.
No, keep it going, mate.
Oldest player to play a test for the ABs. Ned Hughes. How old?
What did you say it again?
The oldest player was Ned Hughes.
Oh, okay.
And he played his last test in 1921.
42.
44.
Guess he was 40 years old and 40 years and 123 days.
Wow. It's tough to play this sport, isn't it? Past the age of about 36.
Yeah, but hey, look at Martin Nonu. Still going strong. Anyway.
Yeah, I could. How many times have the All Blacks scored more than 100 points?
Oh.
Okay. I'm going to say 3 times.
I'm going to say 6 times.
5 times.
Oh, we're in the middle.
Can you give me the first and the last?
Japan.
Japan
in that World
first,
Cup, I think, wasn't
World
it?
Cup.
Yeah, Japan was the first, and the last would have been Namibia.
No, 101 to 14 versus Samoa in 2008.
Whoa, they've come a long way, haven't they? Samoa.
That's amazing.
Hell.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
How many countries? Oh, actually, no. This is a good one. How many fathers and sons have donned the black jersey?
I love this.
Okay. Are you going to give us multi-choice, or are we just going raw dog?
I'll give you multi-choice.
Okay.
We'll go 10, 17, or 19.
19.
Yeah. I mean, I'll go 17 then.
I think I gave that away in my delivery. It is 19.
That is a lot as well. It's a real family game, isn't it? Rugby. You
Yeah.
got, what,
You pass it down, don't you?
47 brothers and
pass that
19
shit
father
down.
and son. Yeah. Nice.
Kind of one of those, like, once you're in the sanctum, you're in.
Yeah.
The most recent was Richard Perry in 1980 and Tim Perry in 2017. I had to Google who Tim Perry was.
Yes. Was that one
He
of those?
played 8 tests.
Tim Perry. What position was he? A lock?
He's a prop.
Prop.
A prop who played for the Crusaders and Tasman. So, Mashi, I presume you know who he is?
Yeah, no. Yeah, thanks, Karl. Well across who that is.
I was overseas then. I was 100% overseas, so I can innocently put my hands up and say that's the reason I don't know who he is.
Did you say 2017?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was kind of a shoulder period, wasn't it, for the All Black squads? Because that would have been after the kind of
2015 World Cup.
Tim Perry. Yeah, the 2015
Yeah,
World Cup.
yeah.
Pretty much all-star side.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, and I'm not familiar with his work,
good.
got to be honest.
Last one.
Finish us off.
Avians have played a test on every day of the week, Saturday being the most frequent with 531 tests.
Yeah.
What day has the least amount of tests played?
Well, you got to think about, is this in New Zealand? Because loads of games are played on Sunday if they're played in the Northern Hemisphere.
Oh, I
Is
see
it when
what
they
you're saying.
play out in New Zealand or when the match day is?
I think it's match day.
Okay,
Yeah.
match day. I'm going to say Sunday then.
Yeah, it feels like the Lord's Day. Or like I'll go Tuesday then for the sake of the game. The Tuesday.
Mashi, Tuesday.
Oh,
Yeah.
One
happy with
test,
that.
one singular test on a Tuesday.
yeah.
I wonder what was going on for it to be like. Was it just a massive week in Paris or something like that? And they were like the only time we can put this on is a Tuesday.
Yeah.
We went to a phone party, we need to move.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if we agree, let's move.
Excellent. Okay, well, there are stats to impress the ladies. Now it's time to get into our three-way. I think I let the side down last week. Both your bets came in.
Yeah, Lando ended up winning Silverstone.
And I had Artie Savea to score a try. And Karl, I think your one came in as well.
I had a horse to run top 4, I think. Top 3, maybe.
Nice. Oh, well done, fellas.
Yeah.
Apart from you, G Lane, I
Yep.
blame Matt Heath, by the way, for what he said after watching the captain's run about Adi Savea for the lack of performance from him. He said that he'd been clearly skipping league day, which I thought was
that was an attack. That was an attack on the national game.
That's a drive-by if I've ever heard one.
Okay, I'm going to go first then. I'm going back into the well. I'm going the test match, New Zealand-France. I'm going the overs, over 55.5 at $1.90. This may be stupid given the weather, but it's $1.90 over 55.5. They cleaned that up.
Oh, you're back in a good game, though, aren't you, with that bet?
That's right. Okay, what do you got, Mashi?
I'll go Jasprit Bumrah to be India's top first innings best bowler, in that test match.
First innings best bowler?
Yeah.
Hang on, let me bring
top India first, innings bowler.
Yep. Okay, Jasprit Bumrah at 275.
That's right.
Yep. What do you got, Karl?
Gee, you made that hard, Meshy.
Sorry, I did stumble over that, didn't I?
I'll go Randwick race 2, number 6 in summer to place at $1.85.
Love it.
Okay, Randwick. What day is that? Is that on Saturday?
Saturday, yep.
Yeah, Randwick. Sorry, I'm just doing that as we go along.
Race 2.
Yep.
Number 6 in summer.
For the win? Top 2.
To place. Yeah. $1.85.
$1.85. Okay. Well, that three-way will bring it in at $9.66 for that three-way. So hopefully we can bring that in and we can share the love with you. There we go. All done. Karl, thank you very much. Have a good weekend. We'll see you Saturday for a couple of beers at Shed 22. Remember, you can still come down. If the weather's terrible, come and hunker down with us at Shed 22. Other than that, have a great weekend. Good luck on the golf course and the Hurricane tomorrow morning.
Thanks, fellas.
See you Saturday. See you Saturday, mate.
The ACC Sportsbook, thanks to the TAB.